So let's talk about possibly respraying the car or wrapping the car. And I gotta stop saying car because it's not a car, it's a Porsche. Hello, this is Jake and you join me today on a lovely day in the Forster Dean. If you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm wearing the Ferrari cap again. I seriously need to get a Porsche cap because today I'm driving the 911 Targa. If you've not watched it already, my last video I started the build and somewhat simple, however it was a big job to do, changing the colour of the seat belts. Okay, so here's the seat belts. We went with Cadbury purple, of course, to match the car. Once the car's had its job, a paint job and everything, which we'll get into in this video. It was the biggest job. I still got to put these pieces on here. If you remember, I said these are coming in carbon. I do have them in the back seats, but I left them off. They should be easy to fit the new ones on. And of course, passenger side's done. We will be doing the rear seat belts as well, purple to match. I did look at seatbelt deletes, but no, it's because it's a Targa, it's a little bit harder to get the parts to do that. I could just remove them, but then it would look odd. So I think what I'm going to do is put purple seatbelts in the back. But she is looking beautiful in the sun today. The Targa is just, it's stunning. I really do like it. If you missed it, when I was looking for a Porsche 911 996, I was originally looking for the Carrera, and the Targa popped up and I couldn't say no. I had to go for it. I'm really pleased that I went with the Targa now with a glass roof sliding back. It just suits the car so well, and I love having the roof down and having the wind blowing and everything. It reminds me of driving my classic Fiat 500. So we're going to go for a drive in it, a little cruise. There's a place I want to go, the stained glass window in the Forster Dean, and at the same time I'm going to be showing off the new seat belts, wearing them of course, and we're going to talk a little bit about painting the car, having it resprayed or possibly wrapped. But let's jump into that. Let's jump into the car and let's go from there. Okay, let's get this new seatbelt on. So obviously I have actually driven the car with the seatbelts just to make sure we had no airbag lights or anything, but all fine, no problems. So let's get going. Exhaust just makes it sound even better. Of course the exhaust was not done by me personally, but whoever done it, they had a good idea of what they was doing. I get asked quite a bit, am I going to make the car louder? Yes, but not much louder. I'm not going to make it, you know, animated, the loudest Porsche you ever have heard. It's not going to be the loudest Porsche in the world, but I do plan on making it just a tad bit louder. Also, I don't know what the wind's going to be doing, so let's close these windows. I hate this junction, and you never see what's coming. So, we're going to be heading to the stained glass window. Now, if you've never been to the Forster Dean, it's by far one of the sites you have to see, at least in the top 10. I mean, the forest is covered in different scenes, places to visit, but the stained glass window is, you know, iconic. I got in a little bit of trouble about a year and a half ago. I parked my classic Fiat 500 underneath it when it was completely quiet. and then I've done the mistake of posting the picture. I posted the picture on a Forest Dean page, like a group who shares stuff, the places they see, and yeah, it did not go down well. They thought I'd been driving the car around the woods and everything. I was like, no, it was literally pushed out. We didn't even drive it down the track, we pushed it, and yeah, here's a picture. But I learned my lesson, I won't be doing that again. Funny enough, my brother just said to me, why don't you park the Porsche underneath it? It's like, yeah, after all the trouble I had last time. But you learn. I probably shouldn't have done it. The reason I did, it was quiet, and I thought, wow, I'm going to take this opportunity. A bit like I did with the classic Fiat 500 last time we took that out, when I parked on the public footpath, which wasn't really a footpath because there was someone's drive there, so technically they drove their cars, don't know how to get on the drive. So yeah, it's not too far away. It's 2, maybe 3 minutes up the road, depending how fast this little oh, it's a Suzuki goes in front of me. But yeah, that's the plan. We'll go that, and then I'm gonna bore you all with respray or having the car vinyl wrapped, because there's a downside to both sides and there's an upside to both sides. So we'll get into that in a bit. I'll probably go to the window first and then go somewhere else and talk about that. Somewhere I can sit down and chat to you all. Right, it's up here somewhere. Probably gonna just park my car somewhere around here. Okay, so I'm down here now. I've actually I managed to pull up just a little bit further up here, parked up there, and I will get some photos after. But there you go. There's the window. I will go closer in there. There's a lot of people around at the moment taking pictures. As you can imagine, it's very popular, especially when it's sunny, so there's a lot of people, so I'll wait until it quiet down a bit and I'll just go across that. Also, don't know if you can see that, but the bluebells are out. Now I need a picture with the Porsche and with the Fiat 500 in the bluebells. Here it is then. So this is where I parked the Fiat, as you can see from the picture. But yeah, look at that. Really is quite something. Held up by these pillars in the lovely woods here. You can see where the Forest Dean is, very popular. Walking underneath it's a bit sketchy, but there it is. Take it in. If you're ever in the forest this way, please do come down and have a look at this. Like I said, there's a lot of people around, so I've managed to get a break in the crowds and have a look at it. But yeah, maybe I should park the Porsche there one day, but we'll see. I don't want to get in too much trouble. Not like I did with the Fiat 500, but we'll do that another day. But for now, yeah, if you're ever down this way, please do come and have a look at the stained glass window. Okay, so I got the Porsche parked up in the middle of the footpath, as you can see. A couple of people walking up towards it, and then I probably changed their plans and they turn around. But yeah, we're gonna get a couple of shots of it. It's looking very good here. I might have just to move it back a bit, but it's okay. I probably got messy hair now. It just took my cap off, but it's lovely and cool in the shade. So what I'll do is get a couple of snaps of it and go from there. So let's talk about possibly respraying the car or wrapping the car. And I gotta stop saying car, because it's not a car, it's a Porsche, and one of the greatest manufacturers out there. So, two options. I wanted the blue one. I wanted the lapis blue. Now, a couple did pop up. This one popped up. It was a good price. Couldn't turn it down. And I did think then, well, spend a couple of thousand, get it resprayed to the colour I want. Then a couple of weeks ago I thought, well, if I'm doing that anyway, maybe I should just go a colour that's different out there and not seen much. So that's what I'm going to do. Now if you missed the seatbelt video, I did say because the seatbelt's a Cadbury purple, that would match the colour of the car. And that's still going to happen. The car is going to be purple. Not 100% sure on the actual purple yet. I'm still looking at a couple options, but it will be purple. Now, I'm not going to do a Stradman here and turn my entire fleet into purple. No offence, James, but it's just not my thing. So the car's going to be purple. Now, I went to a great place the other day to talk about, you know, having this car sprayed up, repainted in the colour I wanted. They showed me a couple of shades of purple, all very good. And he went around, showed me exactly what he would do. He showed me a Ferrari Mondina that he had done. Good work. It was really good work, and it's something that I've considered doing, taking it to that garage and getting done. Now, cost, I said to him I have a price in mind. He gave me a price saying £5 grand. Now, for full respray on a Porsche, that's not bad. However, I did say I was looking at 3 to 3.5. He said to me you wouldn't get work done for that, which I need to know that because I've never done anything like this. So he told me exactly the price you're looking at, and he met me halfway, basically saying he could do it for 4,000. Now that's very good. However, it's a lot of money, and I did say that instead of buying a third car, I'm going to put all the money into this Porsche. So it's still there, still an idea I could have that done. But in the meantime, I've been talking to a few of my friends who's had cars wrapped. Now, this car could be wrapped, no problem. It could be done tomorrow. But I know for a fact that this car has had a repaint on the wing, this side, bumper, bonnet, because of stone chips, basically. So, when you put that wrap on, it'll look stunning. Come a couple of years down the line, maybe I change my mind, or maybe I'm selling the car. You take the wrap off, what happens? It takes paint with it. And we've seen that with a few cars online. So that's an option, but down the line it could be an expensive option. You're probably looking at about 1,000 to 3,000 depending on the wrap. And I'm saying yes, I am going to go towards a wrap at the moment, and then probably save up over time. And when we do take it off, if I do decide to keep the car, which I don't think I'm going to sell it, I have no reason to, and we took the wrap off and it takes paint off, that's when I would do a full respray. So that's the options I'm really looking at the moment. So some things are going to be different. Like I've said before, I'm having a spoiler put on the back. Front bumper's going to stay the same, but we are going to have the GT skirts and fins at the back bumper. So they would all be, I'd have to get them before I get the car wrapped, which makes sense really. So that's what I'm looking at the moment, having the car wrapped. Now, let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this a good idea? Should I be doing this? Knowing it's going to take the paint off, it's at least 50-50. It's going to take the paint off. And because it has been painted, and we know it's not been painted very well because the overspray on the plastics. One thing that was pointed out from Tim yesterday when he was looking at if he resprayed it, he showed me the overspray. We knew there was a little bit on the back, but it's surprising. Whoever sprayed this car in the past didn't do it the right way. So there's a lot of overspray. So that's something that I'm looking at doing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a full wrap on the Porsche. Purple, of course. I will look at options, different kinds of purples, but the car will be purple. I don't want a matte purple. That's something I'm against, matte cars. So it probably will be a glossy metallic. It depends what the wrap comes in, you know. I might have to shop around a bit. There's a place I might pop to later on today that do wraps. Even though it's a Sunday, I think they are open, and I could pop over there and just see if they could give me an idea of price and everything. But I am going to shop around. And of course, when you wrap, you do have these niggly bits here, like marks, and of course the damage to the bumper, which would have to be sorted before we got it wrapped. So I want to know how they do that, and like this piece up here. That's something I want to look at doing. and I think the front bumper's gonna have to come off, and probably, I'm hoping not to replace it, it's just got to be a few clips here, but it seems like the clip's gone just there. So something else that's got to be done. But I did buy this car cheap. Now, it wasn't the cheapest out there. You never buy, I was told you never buy a really cheap Porsche 911 because underneath there could be 100 different problems. It was cheap, but it wasn't cheap, if you get my get the gist of it. So I knew I'd have to put some money into this car, and the respray and everything, that's my own thing. That's nothing wrong with the car. That's something I want to do. But talking about, I want to change the wheels and that, but like the bumper's got a mark on, need to fix that. These few niggly bits here and here. Again, the rear wings coming off because I'm going to put my own on there. Nothing really wrong with the car. Mechanical side, I took it to my friend's garage the other day, and he had a good look underneath because we got a small oil leak, and it looks like the filter's just got a small leak. So I will be changing the oil in this next week, hopefully. We'll get that done, get a video up for you on that. But I gotta say, it's looking quite good here. I just, every time I look at this car, I have a smile on my face. I couldn't drive it for a week because of the seat belts being out of the car. And the day I got the seatbelts finally finished, now I took it out and I had a smile on my face for about 10 minutes just driving it around. I really do love it. And the seatbelts are nice. I've had a lot of comments about them and asking how did I do it and everything. And like I said, I've done a video, so you can check that out now. Last video I've done. But yeah, we are going to have the Porsche 911 wrapped in purple with some special wheels. Now, I am changing the wheels, more on that in a future video, but I'm really going to make this car stand out from different Porsches. So when I do take it to these Porsche clubs or shows, it will be different. So that's the end of this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to give me a like and subscribe if you want to see the build on this Porsche 911. It's kicked off with seat belts. I will probably go and see those guys today about the wrap and just get some estimates and everything, but like I said, the respray is going to be about $4,000, and I think it's putting me towards the wrap at the moment. I could wait a little bit longer then get the respray done, but I don't think it's the right thing to do just yet. So that's the plan. Someone been fly tipping again in Foster Dean, big problem we have. So let me know what you think of that idea. Hope you enjoy the stained glass window, and I will see you in the next video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And yes, more coming on the Porsche 911 and the Fiat 500.